The problem we have is the divide that exists in our society. That's the problem. The divide along racial lines. Now there's even a bigger divide along political lines. There is that divide. And I think the big task that we have is to try and narrow the gap as much as we can. And we keep working on it and pull it together. In 2000, it's the first time I heard this word, ethno-nationalism, said to me by an officer who is now doing the review of the GCC, Kadal Balrong. We were talking about why is this happening, and he was sharing with me his thoughts along this idea of ethno-nationalism and why he thought that it was a big root cause of what is happening. And that word stuck with me, and I study it, I read into those that know things about ethno-nationalism. And I think that if we want our nation to come together as one, we've proved, as mentioned by the Honorable Kiran, times when we can show that we unite. When there's a rugby game on, we breathe as one, our heartbeats beat as one. When there's a big disaster that hits, we breathe as one, our heartbeat beats as one. It can be done. But only it was in those circumstances that it has happened in Fiji. And this nation, that utopian dream that we're dreaming about this nation, is happening. We are getting there. We have won 3 Olympic gold medals. This tiny nation of Fiji. 1 in the Paralympics, 2 in the main Olympics. I think the Prime Minister wears one of the highest medals, decorations from the French Foreign Legion. And that is because of the work that we do in the peacekeeping arena. We are considered one of the best in the world, this tiny nation, best in the world when it comes to peacekeeping. We're getting there, we're building. But I think that we need to tackle the deep-rooted problems that we have. We are equal, and for me, equal in the eyes of God. Starts from there. Equality, because we are equal in the eyes of God. If that's the start point of our wanting to continue to build and working on that very utopian dream, I think we get there. And I have no doubt that we will get there. I was amazed at the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. He refers to him, I am a British Hindu. I am a British Hindu. Not a British Indo-British or British of Indian descent. He just said that that's the way he introduced himself. I'm a British Hindu. It is equality, Mr. Speaker. When we have the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, you're opening up wounds of the past. It needs to be opened up. It needs to be treated so that it can heal. I would like to caution, Mr. Speaker, that as we try and open the wounds of the past, treat it and get it healed, we must make sure that we are not creating wounds now. Equality that we strive for can be dealt with policies that unite, policies that bring us together, policies that leave no person behind, regardless of who he or she is. It can be dealt with laws that deal with us equally. I dream of the country, not for me, really. That utopian dream is not for me, this is mine. It's for my grandchildren, my children. I am grateful enough to see their faces. And God has been favorable to me to allow me to live this long, to see my grandchildren's faces. But I can only dream of the country of the Fiji that they will live in right now. And I have a dream of that country that I talked about, where it doesn't matter where they come from. It doesn't matter that they come from the smallest island in Vatoa, it's closer to Tonga than to Sua. It doesn't matter that he's a Lawa. He lives, or she lives, in that country and not married, and the only thing that is important for him or her is to work hard. Work hard and live your life. We can build that country. One day it will happen. We have to be tough. I think we have to be brave enough to face those deep-rooted problems that plagues our society. We have to be brave enough. It might cost us our political career, but be brave enough to tackle it and put in place those policies, those laws that bring us together. I talked about political divide, and I mentioned that it is widening. This is why I say it. When we see that everything that was put, not everything, but most of the things that were put in place by the government of the past has been dismantled, it means also that the voters that voted for us, the 200,000 people that voted for us, are feeling bad also, because that is the reason why they voted. And so our divide widens now. So I plead that if you want and work on that utopian dream of this country that is prosperous and peaceful and stable, good for my grandchildren, good for your grandchildren, we have to be tough and face those deep-rooted problems that we have.